And now I just got back from walking my puppies and they're tired. Oscar just can't even move. Yesterday we walked around the lake that I don't know if you can see it across the street from our house. There it is. The bus just went by. There's the lake. Yesterday we walked around that lake and we almost did 2 miles. It goes all the way back that direction. So today, this morning, we went around our neighborhood and we did 1 mile. Now I'm home and I'm making this Rise and Shine juice. Here's the recipe. You can find it on Giada De Laurentiis website, and I do everything this says. It's got spinach. It has carrots. They're already in the blender. It has an apple already in the blender, and celery, which I skip because I just don't like the strings, a lemon, and ginger, which I chop 1 inch of it and I peel the skin off, and that is already in the blender, and ice and water. And I like to add 4 chunks of pineapple, which I'm gonna do now. 4 little chunks, and it gives it more of, see, 4, a big chunk. 4 chunks because it gives it more of a tropical flavor with the ginger and the apples, and it also adds sweetness without being too sugary. It's all natural sugar because it comes from the fruit, and I don't add any extra sugar to it. So I got this awesome Vitamix as a Christmas present, and I do use it all the time. I make homemade butter just by putting cream and salt in it. I make smoothies like 3-4 times a week. I've made homemade peanut butter. I've made homemade fruit kind of ice cream or gelato, but with no cream. I make a lot of stuff in this thing. So it's about to get loud. You push the button to turn it on, and then I always do smoothie, and then I just turn it on. It's gonna get loud. Whoop, I'm gonna have to stop it because there's this little tamper thing, this thing that you have to smush the stuff down. So I'm gonna take the top off, this top, and then you put this in, and while it's going, you smush the stuff down. And if it doesn't smush, because I forgot to put the water in, you just grab a glass of water. And I'm gonna get it from the fridge because it's filtered. Water, water, water. And just pour it in the top. And now it should start. I'll be right back. want it thicker, you can put it on the frozen dessert setting, which I'm gonna do, and turn that on just to get it to be flashes when it's done. And when I started, I had this much, and it just increased the air and the ice crystallization and made it so much more. Now I'm gonna sip on this. It's 10:30 and I had a Cliff Bar for breakfast and then took my walk, and I'm gonna sip on this until lunch. And really what it does is it just kind of fills me up, gives me a good serving of fruit and vegetables, and it doesn't taste bad. I know it's green, but it doesn't taste bad because it's got the apple and the pineapple, and then there's the little spice from the ginger, and then the lemon helps me out because the pain medication that I take kind of makes me constipated a little bit. So trying to increase my fruits and my vegetables and the lemon, and it just kind of helps me stay regular and gives me energy. So that's what I'm doing for this first part of my day on Monday, and I'll share more later. Thanks for stopping by. See you in a bit. Okay, that is done. I have quite a bit of it. You can't store it in the fridge overnight because the fruit breaks down. But even though it looks like I have a lot in my cup, about 3/4 of this cup is ice, chipped ice, to make it cold. And if you're wondering what it tastes like, because of the ginger and the pineapple, I would say it's like having a spicy margarita without the salt. So it is really, really good. When I drink these, I sip on them for like an hour, 2 hours. I will refill my cup from what's left in the blender, and then I'll probably eat my lunch around 1 or 2. I don't eat a lot. I'm not super duper hungry because of the chemo, but thankfully I am hungry. I do have an appetite, and I'm not barfing, and I don't have the other problem, which is diarrhea. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll touch back base with you later and let you know how the rest of my day goes. Look at the yard. Isn't that pretty? Wish I could swim in that. It's just a little too cold.